Here in Massachusetts, if you're charged with drunk driving, you have a constitutional right to have a trial by jury. Now, you can waive that right and elect to have a bench trial. This is when the judge sits as the finder of fact. In other words, the judge is both the judge and the jury at a bench trial. The decision is up to the defendant whether he wants to be tried by a jury or by the judge at a bench trial. But most defendants want some input from their lawyer. Now, there's been a study done on this. In 2011, the Supreme Judicial Court commissioned a special counsel to look into the issue of OUI trials and acquittal rates between jury trials and bench trials in OUI cases. The conclusion was that when a defendant in an OUI case is tried before a jury, he is acquitted only 58% of the time. On the other hand, OUI defendants who had their case tried at a bench trial were acquitted 86% of the time. So in other words, with the bench trial, the rate of acquittal was 28% higher than with the jury trial. Now, it's the only study we have on this. The numbers are from 2011, but it still seems that the acquittal rates are higher at bench trials, and I usually advise my client on this. I give them this information and advise a bench trial. But it's ultimately up to the defendant. Another thing to keep in mind, the bench trial is much quicker and much more informal. So with a jury trial, you need to impanel the jury. You need to instruct the jury. The jury can deliberate for as long as they want to, and the whole process can take a day or two or more. A bench trial is very informal. You show up, both sides usually waive opening argument, the cop testifies, defense counsel cross-examines, there are closing arguments, and the judge renders a decision on the spot. It sometimes takes 30 minutes to an hour from beginning to end with a bench trial. I've written a blog post on this, and I'll put it in the description below.